Hi there, Plush here. Today is just going to be a sort of a news-ish episode. Uh, so, Twitch has recently put out a very controversial update that has a lot of Twitch streamers in general kind of not happy. So, webcam, let me move the webcam. Not like that. So here's the article actually explaining what is going on. It is available on Twitch's help page, on-demand content on Twitch. There, there is usually just a list of what VODs and highlights and stuff are. However, right now, there is this big note on it saying, no, we are implementing a 100-hour storage limit for highlights and uploads starting April 19th, 2025. Here's what you need to know. Starting April 19th, 2025, all highlights and uploads, whether published or unpublished, will count towards a single 100-hour storage limit. The storage limit applies to all highlights and uploads on your channel, regardless of when they were created. This limit does not apply to the storage of past broadcasts or VODs or clips. Only highlights and or uploads will need to be deleted to meet this quota. Clips and past broadcasts, VODs, will not be deleted as a result of this update. Learn more about different on-demand content types in the article below. Less than 0.5% of active streamers on Twitch are over the 100-hour storage limit today. Channels who are currently over the limit will be notified directly in their notifications inbox and on the video producer page by the end of February 19th, 2025. Channels still over the storage limit after April 19th, 2025 will risk having their highlights and uploads automatically deleted, starting with highlights with the least views until they are under the limit. Download or export highlights and uploads you want to save before deleting them. We will only delete content once, starting April 19th, until we bring all channels under the 100-hour limit for highlights and uploads. Once all channels have been brought under the 100-hour limit, no users will be able to exceed 100 hours of highlights and uploads moving forward. Channels who are already under the limit will be prevented from exceeding the limit between now and April 19th to minimize risk of any highlights or uploads content deletion. To support this change, we're rolling out a new video storage tracker on the video producer page in your creator dashboard on web to help you track your storage limit at a glance. We're also adding the ability to store your highlights and uploads by date created, length, and view count to help you decide which videos are important to keep on Twitch. These should be available to all channels on Twitch by February 20th, 2025. Why are we making this change? We originally launched highlights to help streamers create highlight reels of their best moments to engage new viewers on Twitch. However, highlights haven't been very effective in driving discovery or engagement with viewers compared to features like clips, tags, and the mobile discovery feed. Despite low effectiveness, some users have accrued thousands of hours of highlights and uploads, often used to create highlights over time. The storage of this content is costly. Introducing this 100-hour storage limit, which impacts less than 0.5% of active channels on Twitch and account for less than 0.1 hours of hours watched, help us manage resources more efficiently, maintain support of highlights and uploads, and continue to invest in new features and improvements to more effective viewer engagement tools like clips and the mobile feed. So that is a lot to take in. So, if we go to Blue Sky right now, there is also a few posts of people spreading the news, usually with this image that is a cut down version of what we have just talked about with all the same points. And oh boy, the replies are not happy, especially with some users having not just thousands, but tens of thousands of hours of just highlights or uploads. For example, this user, Nezunagi Shinigami, I probably missaid that. Saying that highlights were a good way for them to snip off bits that they didn't need off of a VOD and to just put it up. They have been streaming for over 9 years, and their upload storage, as you see in this, is 12,090 hours, which means they are 120 times over the current limit. Even fellow Warriorland 4 speedrunner Shasta has a post saying, "Hell yeah, brother, this was such a well thought out decision. Can't make new highlights anymore without deleting at least 1,845 hours of highlights from the past 11 years. Yippee!" I think the sarcasm is pretty obvious, but this is a very, very awful update for a lot of streamers. I am currently lucky in that I'm only at 18 hours currently on my storage, but that's only because I do not back up my VODs on Twitch. As you may know, the sister channel to this, Plushie Streams, is where I keep all of my stream stuff saved. And so for me, because I've been doing that for years, I don't have to worry about this update as much as many others. However, this greatly impacts people who, say, speedrun on a weekly basis and saves their personal bests and even world records on Twitch. There's a lot of people that are going to have to start a YouTube VOD channel simply for something like that. This also will greatly impact people that stream subathons, because a lot of subathons will go for multiple days. And so this 100-hour storage limit greatly impacts how much footage they are able to save that isn't just a direct VOD. Now, just as a note, this is stated multiple times, but VODs in themselves are not part of the highlights and upload storage. However, VODs in Twitch also do not stay for forever like highlights, clips, and uploads do. How long VODs stay depends on whether you're an affiliate, a partner, a Turbo, Prime, anything like that user. However, no level of user for the Twitch platform has their VODs saved forever. And so that means a lot of Twitch streamers that stream constantly, that use Twitch to back up their videos, will often make it a highlight or a long upload just to make a save of it. So now these users are going to be forced to take potentially over a decade for many users of footage and get it all out onto potentially a YouTube channel or something like that. There are going to be tons of channels that are just going to lose all of their footage and it'll be gone forever, which is not good. One of the weird parts of this announcement is their highlighting of less than 0.5% of active streamers on Twitch are over the 100-hour storage limit today. This is a weird claim, in all honesty, because, for one, what are you counting as an active streamer in this case? Are you counting people that have at least streamed once in their career, or is there a time frame in which you are measuring this? And likewise, are you offering any sort of tools towards the users who are above that limit? Clearly not. There's a lot of questions over where this number came from, because frankly, there's a ton of users who have come out to say that, yeah, they are way, way over the limit, to the point where it doesn't look like just 0.5% of active streamers. It looks like at least, like I don't have numbers in front of me. I don't know how many people use Twitch on a daily basis. I don't know how Twitch is counting active streamers. But that's also part of the problem. There isn't enough transparency on where this measurement came from, and it's still going to affect a lot of big creators too. The other thing with it is there's also a lot of just issues that people have with highlights being called, for for the most part, ineffective. That is something that is not the fault of the users. That is a fault of Twitch. They are the ones that have made it to where highlights are hard to find on a Twitch channel. And so because of that, of course, they're not going to be that effective at pulling people in. Like, what are you expecting? I'm going to have to go through my own speedruns on where I land Forest page just to make sure that all of my current PBs and runs are on YouTube. Because frankly, with a change like this, I don't know if I can trust even my, what, 18 hours of footage that I have on there being safe. Because they could also add something new where they might start removing older highlights who knows when. Especially given that some of the highlights I have are from back in 2021. I also have some that are just kind of low views, but are pretty important to have for, say, speedrunning reasons or stuff like that. The fact that these highlights are being deleted by not age but views is kind of weird, and it makes it to where if a user has multiple years of highlights, there's no way for them to know which highlights are about to be deleted and which ones are safe. They're going to have to take all of their highlights and store them, just because there isn't a, like, your newest uploads are the ones that will be last, or your oldest will be the safe ones, or whatever. This could mean that this highlight of mine, simply named Neat Jump, this 21-second video that only has 4 views, is more likely to be deleted than my 8-second video where I died in hardcore mode once in Minecraft. And even then, what about my any percent hard zipless run from back in November of 2021? That only has 7 views. That's more likely to be deleted than my highlight simply titled Oof, where my first encounter on a Fire Red run was a legendary that I struggled to beat. There is no rhyme or reason to why some of these have more views than not. And now you're going to have to apply that to so much footage that it's unprocessable for some people. I'm already rambling a bit, so I'm just going to leave it off here. This is a dumb decision by Twitch. They need to do something. This is just bad. And if you are someone who is a speedrunner, back up your stuff now. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. Outro.